This is Michelle Goldman with IAD 1509 Week 1, and we'll be looking at how I plan to implement the tactical immersive elements into my mobile game Zynga. Let's take a quick look at how the game currently plays before any modifications or additions of immersive elements. Okay, so now let's take a look at what the proposed changes will be, the implementation, how that's going to look, difficulty levels, and just some examples visually of what the game would look like after these changes are made. So this is a demo screen of the addition of the creatures, the gem, the finish line, and I'll show you with some additional slides what the movement and changes will look like. So here we have Hubert, the hero, on the left, and then the finish line over on the right, which is where the player will hit the win scenario. Here you can see the gems have been added to the HUD in the upper left-hand corner, and a gem has been added in the game in the lower right-hand corner. If you recall, in the current game demonstration, all of the creatures move from right to left toward the hero. Here you'll see where sometimes the creatures will jump up, they'll move left, or they'll move right, which will create more difficulty and increase the skill level of the player. So, how are we going to implement the changes? Let's take a look. Okay, so let's implement the immersive elements. We've already got the basic gameplay working, where you have a hero, moves from left to right, has obstacles or creatures to avoid, and mushrooms to collect. And what I'll do is I'll add the individualized movements to the current creatures, test those, make sure that all works. Once that works, then I will add the additional creatures, and I already have the movements, all of that set, so I'll add that when I add those creatures, test, that's all good. Then I'm going to add the gems to the game and to the HUD and test, and the player would come across those as the other elements in the game randomly, and then finally add the finish line to the game and test. That will be measured based off of a specific amount of time of gameplay that's passed, and then the user will be presented the finish line, and they cross that, and that initiates a win game scenario.